What is up, guys? Matt here, coming at you with another quick video. This one, we're going to try to make this high-speed motor from FMS crawl a little bit better. I installed this thing in here and tested it out with slow crawl, and it was pretty good, but it's not quite as good as stock. You know, it's a little bit of a downgrade on crawling, but the wheel speed is amazing. So I thought it would be cool if we could get this thing to crawl a little bit better. That way maybe this could be like an all-in-one. You could throw some monster truck wheels and tires on it, or you could crawl with it. So we are going straight to the Ultimate. Yes, Lizard Ultimate ESC. I cannot believe how sweet this thing is. All right, just looking at it, I'm just amazed by the size, honestly. I thought looking at this with it having the case, you know, online, seeing pictures of it, I thought without having the case, it's going to be quite a bit bigger, and it's really not. Like, I love the nice clean look of this case. This is a regular Lizard here, Lizard Pro, and you can see it's not much bigger, and it's nice and clean. You've got the, I just love this case on here. So this thing is waterproof. It has a higher BEC, so it can run up to like 8.4 volt versus I think 6.5 on this. So we're gonna throw a better servo in here. Good AGF RC will be able to run at 8.4 volts. So if we want to throw some monster truck tires on there, no problem turning those. And then this thing also has the Bluetooth built in, which is awesome. So you don't have to have this dongle hanging out, or some of these I've just cut this and I'll take them on or off if I want. But that's just one less thing we've got dangling around here. You can see cleaner on the wires. I normally do plug in one of these kind of adapters on these ESCs because I don't like taking the plug in and out of here. One or two of them I have wore that out and broke it off of the board basically from just taking it in and out. So I highly recommend just putting like one of those on there, and it's a little extra cable and extra connector, but now you can just plug your battery in here and you don't have to be in and out of this ESC all the time because that's just extra wear on that thing. So I would probably do that, but look at this thing, amazing. All right, so gonna install this thing in here, get rid of this stock ESC just to see if we can get a little better crawling. Gonna just change the servo instead of messing with changing the connector, I believe, and see what we can get out of this. Let's get to work. So one thing first, real quick, I'm gonna show you guys just kind of the slow crawl here. And with the stock ESC and this high-speed motor, somebody wanted to see this thing with the, whoa, we're in high. Not gonna crawl real well on high there. Somebody wanted to see with the blocks staggered. This thing don't have a ton of flex, so not sure what we're doing here, but it did go over it pretty well. Now let's go right here. So you can see the slow crawl's pretty good, but every now and then I get that little stutter. You know, I am on that throttle consistently. I'm not letting off, as you can hear the whine, but it just kind of stops every now and then. So I'm hoping with the Lizard Ultimate, maybe we can change the throttle curve and smooth that out a little bit. I'm really curious just to see how it does, just tossing it in there. So just want to show that real quick. We'll get to work putting this stuff in and we'll do it again. All right, guys, so I changed things up a little bit installing this. I decided to leave these stock servos because most of us don't want to change these servos for no reason. These are pretty good servos out of the box. So I changed the connector on them. Super simple way to do that. If you don't know how to do it, I got a video on it. And man, pretty impressive with this thing in here. So just tossing it in, it wasn't a lot better, but once I started playing with the settings a little bit, It just keeps getting better. And honestly, I've spent about 2 minutes working on the settings for this thing. So the fact that this thing is taking a high-speed motor that's not meant for crawling, and it's kind of smoothing it out like that, is pretty good. You know, it's not the best crawler the way it sits, but this motor is meant for high speed. It is named high speed motor, right? Pretty much I think they were coming out with this for the monster truck they're coming out with, because they knew everybody's going to want more speed with that thing. And being able to do both with this setup is awesome. And then the fact that you get the Bluetooth built-in, waterproof, this case. I love the case and the layout of this thing now. This is going to be my new go-to ESC without a doubt. Number one factor for me is that BEC. Running at 8.4 volt, these stock servos seem to be doing just fine. I'm in high now, back down to low. But we're going to have tons of power on this steering servo with this 8.4 volt BEC. And I'm able to kind of smooth this thing out, get a pretty decent slow crawl. I mean, it's pretty dang good. I have a little dead spot that I don't like right there. So I'll probably play with it a little bit more to try to get that out of there. But once you kind of start getting used to it, you can get a pretty smooth crawl out of this thing. So I'm pretty happy with that, honestly, to be able to do both. So I'm going to take this thing over here and crawl with it a little bit, get you guys some shots on the course. But, man, this Ultimate is the only way to go for me from here on, to be 100% honest. It's just the layout. I love it compared to this. This is a little smaller, but I don't know. It's so clean with this case. It just looks so clean. And I like that it's kind of narrow. I was able to put my receiver up here with it. So really like this setup. You guys let me know what you think. Let's get some crawling in with it.
So when I put this thing on the course, I was even more amazed by the way this combination works together. It's actually really good. The hold on this motor is great. And if you paid attention to my settings, I had my drag brake at 0. You can see there plenty of wheel speed. This is on 2S right here to bounce up that section. Normally you have to hit high in the FCX24 to make that. And then here I have put more texture on this section recently, so it's a little bit easier to get up, but plenty of wheel speed to pull that in low. And I was really surprised with how well this truck was crawling. This is a stock truck. It has no weight, nothing done to it besides the wheels and tires. And these wheels do have one wrap of the weights that I put on the inner ring. I'll have those linked in the description if you're looking for those. They're just little golf weights. So it did add a little bit of weight to the front, but there's no brass, nothing on this thing. Dead up stock with the hard body. And it was crawling really well. Like I said, the hold on this motor is awesome with this ESC, and I haven't even touched the drag brake or anything like that yet. So I was very impressed with how well this crawled. It actually felt better on the course than it did just playing with it on the bench, and that's always a good thing, of course. But I think you can see it's pretty dang smooth here, and I had no problems putting it exactly where I wanted. Even when I had to back up, you know, right here, I was able to do what I wanted there without just like backing up too much and falling off of that. So, I mean, I was very impressed with how this system worked together. It just really worked well together. You know, a lot of times when I'm trying to get more wheel speed, you lose some torque, you get that sloppy throttle, loose throttle feeling. You know, when you're trying to back up a little, you back up a lot, and just not able to really place the truck where you want it as well. And honestly, this just felt great. I was able to put it right where I wanted it. This obviously is not how I wanted to come through this section, but that was just how the truck kind of fell through the line. Sometimes it happens, but no problems having the torque to kind of work its way out of this. And it just felt great. I don't, know how else to explain it besides it felt really good and it worked well. And then you're able to run 3S on this system with this ESC. So, man, you can really have some fun and throw the monster truck tires on and just get crazy, you know. But you can see I had pretty good little cross section with this thing. It's not quite able to make that just yet because this truck is still pretty much stock, but with a little work it would easily make that as well. For this little bit of ripping, I did throw a 3S in there just to kind of see how it would do, and we were on the pin tires and it's able to bust some backflips and stuff. So I feel like with the monster truck wheels and tires, it's going to do even better. Lots of fun on 3S. This Ultimate is an absolute beast. I love it. I love everything about it. It's a great size. It's got the nice case, waterproof, built-in Bluetooth, higher BEC. It's my go-to from now on. So you guys let me know what you think. I appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell. Got a lot of stuff still to come, so keep an eye out. Peace.